would like you to hit the like button at the beginning because every time you hit the like button, you are letting YouTube know that what you are seeing and hearing is edifying for you so it can be shared with others. That's why hitting the like button is so important. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing to the channel.
It had to happen. Your title was so powerful. When I read the name of your ministry, it had to happen.
Let's welcome our host, Erica Wilson.
Great day, everyone. We're here live today with the girl, Erica Wilson, that it had to happen for our Monday night motivation. And you're here tonight with Mothers of Motivated Sons and Bully Global 32. And our topic tonight is bullying. Flag on the Play Part 2. Oh my God, if you have missed the last show, you definitely have to go back on YouTube to watch it so you can catch up where we are today. But we're getting ready to have the most amazing time. So let me go ahead and bring on my sissy, Sandra Perryman. Welcome.
Hello, everyone. Hey, sissy.
Hey. Okay. Wait.
Okay, I'm sorry. Bullying is a global issue affecting millions. It's important to remember that no one deserves to be bullied and to stand up against it. If you're a victim, you're not alone. And at The Real Bully the Bull, at Bully Global 32, and moms can help. If you're a bystander, remember to be an upstander and speak up against bullying. Together, we can create a safer and more inclusive environment for everyone. Remember, if someone claims you're not a real bully but still does things that make you uncomfortable or put you in danger, please do not feel like you have to accept it. Stand up for yourself and know that your feelings are valid. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and we hope this message encourages you to seek help if needed and stand up against bullying. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Together, we can create a world where bullying isn't cool.
All right, guys, we have in the house Mr. Bully the Bull himself. Welcome. Then we have the Craig Gross in the house. Welcome.
Hello.
Then we have the beautiful Nikki McLaughlin. Welcome. Then we have, y'all know I'm going to save her for last because y'all already know what time it is from last show. If you didn't find out, you need to go back to the last show and watch it. So now we have the dirty bird in the house, the Eric Rogers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm bringing up all the men first, but it's okay. It's okay. Then we have D. Lewis. What? Come on, Lewis.
Skull, baby.
All right. Then we have the beautiful Stacy Ferguson.
Hey.
And last but not least, a new face in the no, we still have one more. We also have Bengals, Melissa Jacoby. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hooday!
Hold on, I'm gonna get you in there. And the 4-time Super Bowl champion, Miss Casey. How about those Chiefs? All right, guys, let's go. Last time we talked all about bullying. So we do have a new face in the house. So we're just gonna let her come on up and tell a little bit about herself and how she's affiliated with Bully Global 32. Miss Melissa.
I guess that's me. Yeah, I'm the Cincinnati ambassador for the Bengals, Hooday. And I met Nikki a while back, and she asked me if I'd be interested in helping to support this movement. And it's near and dear to my heart, so I was all on board immediately.
Awesome. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. So, okay, Nikki, we're going to have you tell a little bit about Bully the Bull because we have the mascot in the building. So, Nikki, if you can, just tell us all about Bully the Bull.
Okay, so Bully the Bull is also, his name is Maurice Valentine. And Bully the Bull was established or started, I think, back in 2017, 2018-ish. And he started the Bully the Bull mascot because his daughter was being bullied because of her medical condition, which was diabetes. And he started the movement because he wanted to, make his daughter feel better, and he wanted to send the message that bullying was not okay. And so Marquavia did pass this year, April 15th. And so Bully the Bull is ready, he's geared, and he's going to let the memory of his daughter live on through eradicating bullying. And Bully Global 32, which is 32 ambassadors from each of the NFL cities, have revved up behind him, and we are ready to get this initiative moving and eradicate bullying from youth to adult and beyond. So we are here to turn bullies into buddies.
All right. So, Bully, you have to do a little dance off of that now. She just gave you the most, a great introduction here. So we want you to go ahead and do a little dance for us really quick. Oh, Bully don't want to move. All right. We have a special
He's
guest
going to be bullied into this.
Huh?
I said he isn't going to be bullied into this. Peer pressure. He didn't go fall for it.
Oh, well, Bully the Bull, I don't know. You got to hype our crowd up. What's going on? Well, we have a special guest in the house, which is my son, the champ, Alan Hearns. Welcome. Son. Oh, no. Hold on. Let me bring him in. Hold on. Oh, no. Wrong thing. Hold on, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm doing this thing. So hold on. Let me go ahead and bring in my champ in the building. Come on through, son. It won't let him in. What's going on? Hold on. I got you, son. I got you. If I got to take myself out and bring you in, let's go.
Oh, there it is. How y'all doing?
Hey.
Nice to see y'all. Yeah,
Hey.
Wonderful to see you.
Great to have you.
Your mama did. She said he's in, I'm out. And
Yeah.
He's out.
I can't run this show.
Oh, come on. You run the ball, though, right?
Hey, where she at?
She's trying to get back in.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and Sissy is going to navigate the show. But Alan, if you could turn your phone the long way, that would be great. So, Sissy, the floor is yours. I'm going to remove my son so my champ can have the floor.
Okay.
What a surprise. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead. Um, so Nikki, you
Yes.
already gave us an introduction about Bully the Bull. So how did everybody else come in together from the 32 states? Did you
Okay. So actually, Bully the Bull, like I said, Maurice reached out to me a few months ago. I did not know Maurice, and Maurice did not know me personally. However, he reached out to me via inbox, and he asked me, well, he told me what his initiative was, and he told me what his mission and everything was. And so it sounded, I did my research or whatever, and he asked me if I would assemble an ambassador from each of the 32 NFL teams. And so, with me being in the super fandom community, I knew a lot of fans that I knew that would fit this perfectly. So I went down my list and I called each one of them or inboxed them directly and gave them the whole spiel of what it was all about. Told them to think about it and then just let me know. Like Melissa said, I met her, I think 2 drafts back. I met um, Catherine because she bought some tickets to try to turn our stadium red, but that's for another day. And like I had just met Stacy not too long ago. He had also had some people in mind that he has been speaking with, and so he told me who those people were. And so I basically just reached out and gave them the spiel of what this initiative was, the direction we were trying to go, and almost everybody that I asked actually agreed. And so here we are.
okay, good, good. Okay, so I think I'm gonna just go around the panel and ask everybody the same question. How do they feel about bullying at all levels, whether it's at with young adults, children, and also at the NFL level? How does bullying affect, or what do you think your perspective is on bullying?
I mean, I'll start. This is Catherine. I as I mentioned last time, I wanted to be a part of this simply because I wanted to do something on a blessed platform. And at the time that, all eyes are kind of on us these days, but I wanted to do something positive that embraced everybody and included everybody. So I was very excited when Nikki came to me and asked to be part of this. Consequently to this, I'm learning myself. I'm realizing, the way bullying may be perceived to others versus to me, things that, just the definition of bullying itself, how subjective that is. So I'm really enjoying the journey this is honestly taking me on, when I thought I was going to be here, helping others understand and being kind of a life belt, and life raft to others. I'm finding others are honestly being a teaching stone to myself and a life raft to myself. So it's been amazing from that perspective.
Okay, let me jump on my nephew really quick. Nephew, can you go ahead and greet everyone for me, please? And then I have a question for you before I go back to the other panelists.
All right, you ready?
Go ahead.
Yeah. So in the form of when I talked to Maurice about it, and he told me his whole story. It hit home with me. Just because I'm a parent now. So I can understand like the things that he have dealt with. Just dealing with the things that he have dealt with. So it was tough for me. But more than anything, I would always try to think about like how I can give back, and it hit home, and it felt genuine, because I know it was genuine from him. So I was on board. And what I think about bullying, I don't think it's right on any level. It happens on all different levels, but when it
Mhm.
comes down to it, it's like what we can control. We can be nice to people, treat people with respect, treat people how you want to be treated. Because at the end of the day, no one is over no one. I made it to the NFL, and people put me on this pedestal like I'm this, but I always try to teach people like I'm human, just like you are. Don't try to
Amen.
treat me
Amen.
like I'm more than
Amen.
you or less than you. Like we all here, we
Right.
all
That's
have our
right.
problems, and I think that's what it comes down to. And a lot of people always try to put people on a high pedestal, whether it's celebrities, politicians, whoever the case may be, but what people don't understand, we all human. We all go through our things. We have things that we need to work on, things to be better at, and that's part of it, man. But as far as treating people with respect, that's something that you can always do. And that's something that's internally. When somebody's not treating somebody with respect, it says a lot about them more so than the person that they're trying to belittle. So
Very true.
more than anything is just be a good human, man. And it's gonna come back to you times 10.
Good.
Good.
I totally agree. Now, this is our second event that we're hosting. The first one, we had a ball. So how do you feel about the upcoming event that's going to Duval?
Oh man, I don't know what I'm getting myself into because the first one was great. I wasn't even expecting all that, and with time it's just gonna continue to get better. It's gonna be great, just going back to Duval, seeing a lot of people, have those connections, where anytime I go back there, I haven't been back there in a while, but I already know that it's all love with the fan base, because we have a lot of memories and things like that, So just getting back to Jacksonville, it's gonna be an exciting feel for me. Just interact with people and build those connections. Of course, I know people gonna ask me like when I'm a retired Jaguar, but at the end of the
Come on,
day, yeah. But I'm excited about it. Like I said, the first one was phenomenal. I love everything about it, and just to pour into more and more people. It says a lot about what you guys are doing, behind the scenes, and it's a nonstop thing that you guys are doing. And
Absolutely.
the more people you touch, whether a lot of people always try to look at it as like, okay, I want to touch 1 million people, but it starts when you touch 10, then you touch 20, then it just multiplies and multiplies. And I can really see that what you guys are doing, it's gonna get there, but it's a work in progress.
Yes, it is. Yes. Well, thank you. I'm
Nah,
so
no
happy
problem.
to see you.
Same here.
Anybody have any questions for my nephew?
No, I'm good.
Okay, I think
Right.
Sis is coming back on. I think.
Somebody asked me something? I ain't hear it.
Did anybody say anything?
Oh, they all shy now.
Uh-huh.
No, Ellen,
What can we say?
ready.
You
We
said
ready for
it
you to be
all.
back in Duval.
All right, so y'all ain't
Yeah,
got no questions now. When we get to the
I'm
event,
ready for you to be
I
back in
want all the
Duval.
questions.
Yeah.
Look, Nikki wants you to come back to Duval.
Oh, my plan days are over with.
Oh no, I know. But that little girl that was you remember Aja? She was, I think, what,
Yeah.
10? That was your number one fan. You was her first
Right.
favorite player ever. She's
How's she doing?
16 now.
Nah.
Yes,
It's crazy. Time flies, man. Time flies.
yes.
Just go out there, hello.
I will.
I have a question, and I think that's out for everyone. Anybody can answer. How should one handle bullying at the NFL level?
Um, that's tough. I feel like the first thing that somebody should do when they feel that is find a safe place, whether it's like a friend, their mom, whoever. Just find that person first where you can express yourself and get it out to. Because I know a lot of people may be like embarrassed to go talk to a coach because it may make them seem like soft or whatever, But nowadays, you have therapists, you have other things that you can go to. I think the first place for sure is finding that safe place, because I know, especially with me, like I ain't deal with that, but I know like things in life where I just kept it all in and I didn't really talk about it. That kind of made things worse down the line, But even though I know I had people I can talk to, it was just more so like, okay, I'm gonna deal with it. But I actually
Mhm.
didn't deal with it. It just sat there. So I think just find that first person that you could talk to, and I think more so just become open and get out of your comfort zone. Because for one, you don't like the bullying, and then for two, like if you keep allowing it, it's just gonna get worse. So for me, I'd tell the person, how I feel. Of course, it may have blowback for that. If not, then I guess go to the coaches or whatever you feel may be comfortable. But that's a tough question because everybody look at it different.
Yeah.
But for me, for me personally, I talk to someone who I feel that's a safe place for me. Just to get it out, express how I feel, and then I talk to the person.
I had a
So, Nick,
I have a
go
question.
ahead.
This is Eric representing Atlanta Falcons for
What's up, Eric?
Hey, nothing much, big dog. I had a question. I believe this happened in Jacksonville. How did you feel about the coach when he kicked the kicker? Did that happen in Jacksonville when the coach?
Oh,
Oh,
it did.
yeah. So
And what do you do? And what do you do when the coach is the bully?
so for me personally, I wasn't there, but like that was me. Like, I don't care who you is. You could be the owner, the GM. Nobody like don't kick me. It's just like
Exactly.
a line of respect. Like if I have to lose my
Mhm.
job, that's
Mhm.
okay. I go play for
Mhm.
another team, but
Mhm.
don't kick me. I
All
don't know.
right.
That's
Now,
just
and
how
this
I do
this is
I agree.
Catherine Stieglitzen over here. Something actually recently came up within our organization and Raiders. The friendly banter a lot of times, but sometimes it does cross the line in the NFL. And I think my question to you is, who determines that line? Is it the player themselves? Is it the fans? Is it everybody? And to give a specific example, recently, a rookie at a training camp took a doll. I actually know the doll. I know the person and the owner, so I know the history behind it and the banter. And quite frankly, it's a good thing if everybody knew the story of this person and what ultimately happens with these Muppets he makes every year. But many people viewed this as bullying, as taking it too far, because it was ridiculing, in a sense, someone's voice. It took a personal trait of somebody. Others said not bantering at all or not bullying at all. It's just typical NFL banter. It's how we rally each other up.
right.
Mahomes himself is like, I'll handle it when I handle it. In his terminology, I'll keep it for the field. So my question to
Right.
you is, it's subjective at times. And quite frankly, the NFL has different tolerations and that changes. So how did you determine, or how did your team determine when it was too much, too far?
I think it comes down to like the person and like what they feel. Like you could feel if someone's uncomfortable, So, but I think especially like now in today's world, it's just things are just so much amplified with social media and like it could be something where it goes viral when a video is not that serious, but it's getting so much retweets and things like that, where it's like someone blows it out of proportion, But in a time where it's like this example you talk about, like with Patrick Mahomes, like he probably don't care about that at all. But it's annoying that he keep having to answer questions about it, or everybody else making it a big deal. I think in today's world, it is like kind of hypersensitive just because of the social media aspect. But it also comes down to answer your question, it comes down to the person because that's the one who's dealing with it. If you feel like you're getting bullied, like you got to deal with that internally and something you got to live with going forward. But if someone else have, I mean, I know I'm different in aspect. If someone else have a problem with something I'm doing, like I really don't care, and I know everybody's not wired that way. But at the end of the day, you going to control you. So that's my
As
answer to
role
it.
models, though, of the NFL in a situation like that, yes, Mahomes is probably perfectly okay. And again, it's something that's going to fuel his fire. But there's still children that are seeing this, particularly given it was at training camp. It is viral now. There may be a child that gets teased for his voice or a physical aspect. So, is there recommendations as a role model yourself that, where you can control that? It's yeah, these are things that happen on the field. I guess more of that explanation to it. But again, to a child, it's going to be taken differently. They're more
Mhm.
vulnerable than a
Yeah,
grown adult on the field that's been taught how to manifest that into something else. So, do you have any tips for
yeah,
all of us here
yeah.
to maybe do that?
Yeah, that's for sure tough. Of course, because like as a player and as an adult, you're able to put things to the side or deal with it like as a man or whatever the case may be. But as a child, it's for sure tough because no one likes to be embarrassed. And as far as if it's a child that's dealing with that, say in a classroom or whatever, it's going to cause them to shut down. It's going to cause them to shut down and not like participate in class or want to speak out, and that can translate into public speaking. You know, one thing that's good about sports and also bad is like you always taught to like put things to the side and focus on ball. You know, so it's a good thing for us like whatever you have going on, you still have to perform at a high level. But also on the flip end of it, you know, like the things that you deal with, you don't actually like sit through it or like really break it down and realize like why I'm feeling this way because of okay, you just automatically flip that switch until like okay, I gotta be productive, I gotta play. So it goes both ways, you know. But as a child, you know, I think it's good for them to see that people do get bullied on all sorts of level. You know, like what happened to Patrick Mahomes. The good that you could take of it is like you said, it could be that child that's getting bullied for the same thing, but they can see how Patrick Mahomes like reacted to it. Okay, he's still standing. He's still going to go out there and chase his dreams. He's still going to go out there and do what he has to do and control what he can control. So
Right.
I think
Absolutely. So, Alan, another thing too, what you were saying, like the media, social media. That's why we have to be very, very careful with what we take from the media, because the media is just the media. How many times do you find where you hear good things from the media? You know, the media normally what reports what bad things. So this
Mhm.
is why we can't go off what the media is saying. So that's good too. But I wanted to jump back to that safe place because that's what we talked about on last show. So I'm going to go ahead and direct this one over to Craig. Alan, you're going to talk with Craig. Craig, safe place. How do you feel about hearing what Alan said about being, you know, because you guys are men, right? So though, if you had a situation where you were being bullied, had a kid, I'm sorry, come to you and was telling you about, you know, they were being bullied, but they couldn't talk to their parent. You are their safe place. So you're their safe place, Craig. So speak to that individual, or like you were, you know, you had him or her in front of you.
Okay. Hi, Alan. Nice to meet you.
nice to meet
Um,
you, Craig.
what I would do is, one, Alan touched on it. You have to help that individual. One, identify the emotions first, um, because the emotions are basically what they're going to use to label themselves in that situation, which is per se a victim of bullying. But once you address those emotions and talk to them and get them to work through it and talk through them by just listening, and then revisit a way to deal with those emotions, because the issue is that those emotions, those thoughts, the bullying may happen once, but your mind will replay it over and over and over again. And the issue is that those emotions that are attached to that incident will continue to come along with those thoughts. So, and that's where the depression and everything starts from there, because they don't have a way to, excuse me, to deal with the emotions. And so, with a child, I would try to kind of do a reset, and basically the reset is to have them focus on something that brings them joy, something that they can, in those moments where they get caught up in the emotions of the thought of something that happened maybe a year or so ago, and it's been happening over and over every day in their mind. Give them a place to a safe place in their mind that they can learn to do on their own. So I would teach them how to one, use their breathing to control their thoughts, their emotions, to one, just to teach them how to disconnect from the stress. Teach them to kind of rewire their pattern of just everyday patterns. You know, just waking up doing the same thing. Kind of just teach them to really take and master their emotions, and then from there, their thoughts um, will start to create a different environment for them, and handle the incident in a different way. Show them strength in their difficulty, and show them that everything they need to handle this within themselves. But first, they have to be able to process what's happening, because they don't have any experience with it. They're children, you know. So we have to kind of be that example, but also show them that the tools that they need is within themselves.
Right. We have a comment here, and this is the absolute truth because we all know that kids what have no filter. So kids
Mhm.
very so very cruel. From four eyes to pizza face, whether a kid has glasses or acne, we need teacher kids to respect others, and adults need to respect others in every way. And parents need to be open to talking to their kids about bullying. Communication is so important. Awareness of what a child is going through.
True.
And this is
Very
so,
true.
so true
Very
about
true.
yes. And the reason I'm glad that this came up when it did, because we're talking about, well, they said four eyes, a piece of face, or a kid may have an acne or something like that. But let me tell you something. I'm glad I have my son here so I could share with you all. And I hope we have other mothers or parents that's here because we talked about financial bullying, right? And financial bullying, we don't really, touch on. But however, I can say that's one of the things with my son. I told my son he don't owe me anything. You understand? Whatever he decided to do for his mother, that's what he decided to do. Now I may go and ask him for little small things, but not the big things that he's always given me. So, Alan, can you please speak with about financial bullying, and then I'm going to transfer it over to who do I want? Who? Stacy. Stacy. So this is going to be you and Alan. So talk about that a little, Alan.
Yeah, I mean, financial bullying, it happens, and of course, when I first got into the league, I heard a lot of people talking about it, and I always thought like, dang, that ain't gonna be me. Of course, I don't feel that a lot, but there comes a time where it's like people just like come to you like with all their problems, and of course, it becomes like a financial thing, but also it's like you get tired of being like burdened with everybody's problems and hearing a sad story, and more than anything, it's just people just become like entitled to it, So I mean, for me, what I had to get to early is, and I didn't have to deal with it a lot. I just learn how to say no and understand that you're not entitled to it. So I always try to, and instead of try to put in like more energy on like what someone else is doing, I always try to bring it back to like what can I do? Like, okay, I can say no and don't feel bad about saying no. But as far as being a financial burden on others, and being a financial bully, it does happen. I guess when people see that or know that you have something, they have these expectations of you. And what people don't understand is like, okay, like, yeah, you may need help right now, but what you don't understand, I have like 20 other family members, like other friends. So say if you need $500, what if 12 more people need $500, like all in the same month? And that's what people don't understand. It's like it is not just you, and it comes to a time where it's like even when you do things and you do help people, they'll come back where it's like, okay, like now you're making it like worse for everybody else because like now I feel like I'm being used, and
Yep.
to that point, it's becoming a detriment to you. So I look at it as far as for me, it's like I'm enabling you because for one,
Mhm.
I understand people have like financial problems where like, okay, sometimes emergency comes and things like that. But if I keep giving you $500 every month, you're gonna keep expecting that. And on top of that, I don't know if you like prioritizing this money, like what are you doing with it? Or in that case,
Yeah.
like it's different. If you come into someone and you say like, okay, I'm gonna give it back to you, like that's a whole different story. And when you say you'll give it back, you gotta have a plan. That's something I'm coming to now, where it's like, because guess what? If someone go and try to borrow money from the bank, guess what? You're gonna have
Mhm.
interest on top of it.
Mhm.
So pretty much you just have to get to it like as a person, where it's like, okay, is this something on your heart? Do you want to do it? Yes, and do it. If not, just say no. Like now is not the right time, and don't feel bad about saying no because at the end of the day, we all have responsibilities. And even if somebody can say like, oh, you making this amount. this amount of money, yeah, but once you make this amount, also like you have bigger problems like with taxes, like
Yeah.
your mortgage and things like that. So it's all perspective. It's all perspective, you know.
That's
So
for sure.
I think what it all comes down to, everybody just gotta look internally and figure their way out. And of course, I ain't saying like don't ask for help when you need help, but don't expect it. If someone says no, like that's okay. Like still show that person like you care for them. And guess what? They may come back next month and give it to you. But it's sometimes where somebody like you'll tell somebody no, and it's just like, oh, they don't want to talk to you no more, or it's like, okay, like that's fine, but like what's that actually gonna do? You know, so I know I kind of went on and on about it, but yeah, it happens on all sorts of levels, man. But as a person that is happening to you, learn how to say no. That's the first thing.
Yeah, that's the hard part, saying no.
Yeah.
Especially, you know, that you feel for these people. You know, you're falling for it, but yeah, I'm a sucker for that. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, no, and I also I'm reading this book called Purpose Path. You have a good heart and you want to help people, you know, but giving them money is not always helping. You know,
Yes.
sometimes it's like you giving them something, whether it could be knowledge, where it's like, okay, like you are responsible. Like, why are you in this position? And make them realize, like, okay,
Yeah.
maybe I am irresponsible of like how I'm spending my money and things like that. You know, so it is just different ways, man. It's all everything's situational and it's tough, but sometimes I fall for it, and sometimes I mean not even fall for it because like sometimes I do it just because like it's on my heart. Like okay,
Right, because the
yeah,
kindness of your heart, and that's what
yeah,
it is. It's, you know,
right,
you're really kind.
Well, I
yeah,
tell you what, Alan. I think I was walking past the window the other day doing some window shopping, and I saw something that I wanted. You know, if you just send me a couple of dollars over here so I can go on that shopping spree. All right, so no, that's a joke. But you know, the thing is, sometimes I love what you said. Sometimes God put people in a situation of, you know, and it's not for you to touch at that moment. So yes, a person may come to you for help, but then if you intervene without using the spirit of discernment, guess what's going to happen? That person is not going to get the lesson that God was trying to give them. So you know where we come from, Alan. You know we came a very long way, but the thing was, you never saw me beg or you know for anything, you know. But the thing about it is, if you need the help, yes, it's okay to ask, but do not make people feel like they have to, like you're entitled to what they. Because I don't sacrifice my body. I didn't work out. I didn't go play a down. I didn't do any of that. You know, so whatever he decided to do, that's what he did. So come on, Stacy. I'm gonna. Oh, someone have a question after Stacy. I'm gonna put the comments back up. I'm going out, y'all. Bully the bull. Come on, you got to do something for us. You can't just sit there like that. Come on,
I don't even know if he can
There
hear.
he goes.
Oh,
Look,
there he
there he
is.
goes.
There you go.
Hey.
Oh,
that's
baby.
what I'm talking about. We practicing right. See, I already know. I know what time it is, bully. You just scared for that dance off. That's what that is. That's what. See, Nikki, he's not ready. He's not ready for
Oh,
us.
he said he is. Look, he says he is.
Okay, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. So come on, Stacy. Let's talk about this financial bullying.
I also Alan touched on a couple of things. I want to say hey to everybody. I know I'm bouncing in and out. We lost power today, so I am all over the place up here. However, I think the key word and it keeps coming up is accountability. We have to hold people accountable. The social media has told us that we got to buy our kids Jordans, we got to buy our kids
Yeah.
Balenciaga and Prada and all of this other things, and that's when a lot of this comes in. Also, when they go to school and they, I see it a lot when I'm bouncing in and out of the schools and you know wherever that our children feel like they need all of these different things when they don't. I think also with you know even everybody here with us traveling so much, you know other people think that we got money. I don't have no
Mm-hmm.
money. You know what I'm saying? Because traveling and they see us at the games and they see us going from state to state and then different stadiums that they like, oh, y'all here, yeah, catch me and following my team, but that don't mean that I have it and that you can ask us as well for it.
That's right.
And if I give it to you, it still don't mean that, I'm just a walking ATM. At some point, we got to hold our own, friends and family accountable too, and make them prioritize their own finances. And even when we give them money as well. So I think it's, that, like you said, have that sense of entitlement that we are supposed to do it. And because we get up and go to work or do whatever that we do, worked, and Alan, you played and you went to practice and you did whatever you did, to make the money that you did, but you still had to pay your attorneys and your agents and, taxes and did everything that you had to do as well. And, we have to begin to hold people accountable for it is what they do.
Great.
I read a comment. I just lightweight wanted to drift a little bit into with this. It said, how can kids remove themselves from the unsafe places where bully has access to them on a daily basis? I think that just says also we have to hold the people accountable as well that we trust our children to. So I think that accountability, begins to be the word that we have to put in place. Also, they have to be accountable for where we leave our children at. Bullying is just, all over. We pay people for our parents, that senior bullying. Financial bullying is, big. It's accountability. We have to hold people accountable for where we put our money at. So I just wanted to highlight that because it's accountability all around that we have to hold these people responsible and accountable for what we're doing.
Right, Stacey. But what happens if the child is being bullied in the home?
So we hoping that the child is gonna tell an adult, and that adult is going to contact the resources in place for them, and that they move on it. I think we had this conversation, in our part one, that if they come and they trust that person, that we take the necessary steps to get them into the right environment.
Right.
Good. So you talked about like what society is telling us what we have to buy our kids. And it's so funny. I like to bring him up because Alan, how Drew Rosenhaus is. Drew Rosenhaus has plenty of money. But I tell you what, I've known this man, oh my God, umpteen years. And I think he still wear the same Jordache jeans all the time. Wear with his t-shirt that say RSR, and then he may throw in a little blazer, over a little blazer, But the thing is, like you said, we're teaching our children the wrong things. What is so important, and I can speak on that because. Listen, when I had mine, I probably would have done all of that, if I was in position. However, the struggle that we had to walk through to where we at now, Alan and Daryl had, they know now, like, look, I need to make sure that my finances, first of all, financial literate. Because if you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't know how to handle that money, it's just a deal,
You'll be broke.
Yeah, you definitely will be broke. And this is the biggest thing why I came back on. I'm going to bring Sissy back on. What I want people to understand in the NFL, nothing is for free. The tickets that these young men get, that comes out their paycheck. So when you have people that's coming to you, oh, can you get me a seat? They know to come to the softy. They come to the softy because Alan is going to tell them what you going to say, son? Because that's the thing. And, you could do it 100 times and just say that one time that you didn't do it. They forgot all about the 100 times you did do it. So, I mean, we have another comment here. Sissy, I'm going to bring you back in so you can read on that. But Alan, touch a little bit on as far as how society, because y'all, I'm going to tell you, I bought Alan, my first grandson, I went all out for him for Easter. And I did. I bought some name brand stuff. I bought Polo. Where's Polo? My baby took all his stuff back.
No, I did.
You took most of it back. But you went and got him some school clothes though.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the thing is, still see, but that's what I had to tell Ellen, like, I want to do what I couldn't do for y'all. And so my grandkids, I'm telling you, I try to do the world for them. But speak on that about kids, as far as what we were just talking about, what society is teaching. Because you have kids raising kids. I was a kid's mom. So I'm gonna hit on that, and then Sissy gonna read the next comment.
Yeah, so with kids, it is tough, man. Luckily for me, my kid's young, so I ain't got them to the stage where they got a phone, they see social media and things like that, But that's where I get lost at, Once you get on that social media, a lot of people are comparing their lives to celebrities, whoever who you're looking at, and what people don't understand, what you see in it is really just like a highlight tape. Like if I was to put a highlight tape of my football career, I'm not going to put up a highlight tape of like my mistakes where I dropped the ball or I fumbled the ball. And so it's adversity throughout life that you're not really seeing on social media. So it's kind of confusing, but I think when it comes down to it, just what they really learn a lot from is in the household. Of course they're going to stray off, but when you teach them like what really matters in life, and you show them that, you model that, and more than anything, that you are that. It was a statement that I just came across. I was like, kids learn more from who you are than what you teach, and I think that's like really really big, because
Very true.
well, they pick up, man. They're sponges, and they see what you do. And I think even when it comes down to the bullying thing, most of the bullies, like, they saw that like in their household, or like
They were bullied.
yeah. So you learn that, you actually learn that. And but as far as like what you can control, as far as my kids, that's something that I think like in depth about, like on a daily day basis. And I already know, like, I'm gonna give myself grace. There's gonna be times where I come up short, but I always try to be intentional about like how I am as a parent, and that comes down to every aspect. As far as for me, I'm not the best eater, but now I'm getting to a place where I got to eat healthier, because I got to show my kids I can't be eating like anything and tell my kids, oh, okay, I want you to eat healthier. Why? Because it's healthy, and I want you to live long and not have. But that you eating chicken nuggets, fried chicken all the time, so it's just like you got to live it, and that's tough, because it's just like
Don't judge, Ellen. Do not judge. Okay, I like my nuggies.
Me too. But that's so funny that he said that, because growing up, I could not get him to eat hardly anything. And I was speaking with him the other day, and this guy was eating cauliflower rice. And I was like myself,
that's good stuff.
It is good.
It is good.
No.
I have a good recipe for making it like fried rice. It tastes just like fried rice, but cauliflower. It's really good.
Even some quinoa, that'll do you good.
Yeah, but it's tough, man, especially with kids. Just try to be the best leader that you can be. Just lead by example as a parent. I think just look at yourself in the mirror each and every day, and there's gonna be times where you look back, it's like, okay, like maybe I should have did this better, but whatever you're doing each and every day, be intentional about and have a good purpose behind it. Like and having good intentions, that's a good thing. Whereas like that means volume to me, because I can always look back at it and say, okay, I had good intentions on why I was doing this. Whether it's like, okay, I can't live with myself, or it's like, okay, if I had bad intentions, or like I didn't give it my all, that's a regret that I don't want to live with. So just being a parent, it's just so tough, because it's like you constantly got to show up and be there every day, and it's never ending. So I think when it all boils down, it's just try to be the best leader you can be. And I could go on and on. I keep rambling, but be the best
Alan,
leader
how
you can
does
be.
organized sports? I feel personally anything that's organized sports or activity is really good from an anti-bullying stance because it gives a kid a sense of belonging, community, things of that nature. It seems in this world, many schools are cutting back on lots of activities that maybe doesn't have as much membership. But boy, the money's always flowing to sports. But music and things like that are being taken away. What are your thoughts on that? I know you probably were heavy sports growing up, but how did that help you? And what are your thoughts on, now that we're in this budget crunch at a lot of these schools and how that may
Yeah.
impact things?
So I would say sports helped me a lot with so many different aspects. Just words like the discipline, the partnership where everything's not about you. You need to work with other people and you all need to get on the same level. It's so much that I can go on and on about where it's like, okay, you got to make sacrifices to see the result. And also a big thing with football is like delayed gratification. It's like you got to put in the work. You got to put in the work. You may not see the results right now, but over time you can see it. And I think that's the tough thing about now. It's like, okay, someone can go to the gym for a week and don't see the results, and then they stop because of they don't see the results. But with delayed gratification, you just keep stacking it up week after week, and then you go see the results. It's gonna come. It may be slow, but it's gonna get there. And same with sports, you can see you getting better. It's like, okay, I feel good about myself. It brings a confidence, But it goes back to what you're saying about them taking programs out of the school. That's very unfortunate, because of course back then I wouldn't have cared because I was all football, But now I'm at a place, once I stopped playing ball, I was like, dang, I wish I would explore other things when I was growing up, just because like for me it literally was all ball. Like I didn't care about anything else, But once I stopped playing ball, it's like, dang, like what can I do? And it wasn't easy for me to do because like I was just so focused in on football, whether if I would explore things like in the past, maybe it would have been an easy transition. Like, okay, maybe I like this in high school. Maybe I like this in middle school. Let me pick up an instrument or whatever the case may be, So them cutting back programs, it's just tough because kids need to explore and get into other things, So I feel like that's very unfortunate.
Yeah, particularly with, again, social media, boredom seems to bring instigation in a lot of times. When you're bored, you find things that will trigger, whether it's positive triggers or negative triggers. These kids' minds today, it is crazy. They're constantly moving. They aren't used to resting these minds because they will multitask like no other. And yeah, I get concerned myself. They're just, I think of them going out on weekends. I'm seeing my son so different from when I grew up. We're outside the house, we're meeting up somewhere. Here they are on their games and phones, and that's it. I'm like, get out of this house, go to a movie, go to dinner, something, get out of here. And it scares me a bit. Yeah, it really scares me.
Well, I think that's one of the things where technology cripples us these days in that regard. We didn't have all of the social media back then, so we did have to go out and find people to play with and people to interact with. And we had to learn how to, pick our chin up and say, oh, well, I fell down. Nobody's around. I guess I'm going to get up and keep going. Things like that it's just really hard these days for them to learn those lessons and unless somebody's there to teach them that. And then you've got the other end of the spectrum where they're really hard on themselves and very overly critical. And in that case, they have to learn to have grace with themselves, or we do as well. But, you gotta have a balance, and you have to sit there and think about it and say, I can't control all of these other things. All I can control is me and what I'm doing and how I'm handling things. And that's a hard lesson for everybody.
Agree.
Let's go to this comment. Scott Wyatt says, I'm sorry I can't continue to help you. I care, but I'm becoming your enabler. And you need to stand on your own 2 feet. I'm learning this because I have a helper's heart and I'm empathetic. feel, want to help others, but there has to be a stopping point. Don't let anyone guilt you. I have 2 ring lights coming from the side, y'all, so bear with me. This is the thing. People can pick up on those hearts, those giving hearts. It's like a magnet, people of God, that they will just, I mean, whatever they can. I heard Oprah says, don't let them slurp everything up out of you because you have that heart. And my son used to get on me a lot because I just gave. I gave. And there was no like, you really didn't have to really do anything. I just gave. Oh, we're dropping out. Okay. And the thing about it is when that happens again, what are you doing for the person? Are you really helping them or are you enabling them? Because at the end of the day, I know it was a couple of times where I had the courage to say no. And I'm telling you, I used to have to go up and crawl it like up in a little ball. And it used to make me feel so bad. However, you cannot allow that. You cannot allow that. So I want to jump back from last week. And here we go, Louis. Do this. We have Louis in the house all the way from the Vikings. And you talk about I love it.
Now, you know, I like the ending of that comment of the guilting, you know, because that's my issue. I feel the guilt, and it makes me give in, and I don't even think about that I'm enabling them. You know, you don't even think about that at that moment because all you really think about is trying to help a person out. So it's hard because I've always been somebody that wants to help everybody. You know, I don't want to see anybody down, and you just don't think about these people are abusing you. You know, and then when it comes down to you say to have to pay you back, and then who's the one that's stressing and going through the hell to get it back? You need it more than you think. You know, so. Yeah, I actually like that comment, you know.
So I wanted to talk about from last show, Ricky. Louis. I know you have to go, Alan. So this is gonna be the last one for you. I know your kids is ready to go down. So Louis, you spoke about last time your grandson being bullied by a young lady.
Yes.
And I know I was telling them, you know, a lot of times as parents, what we do sometimes is instill fear into our children. And if we spank them, we're telling them not to cry, but they're hurt. So how can they, you know, really show their emotions, right? But at the end of the day, Louis was talking about how a young lady was, a little girl was harassing his grandson. So tell him a little bit about that, Alan, and then tackle that, and then we're gonna let you go because I know you have to go.
Right. You know, my grandson was coming home crying, you know, saying he was being picked on. And I mean, I didn't even know it was a girl until my daughter told me. And I'm like, a girl? You know, and so, you know, of course, me being old school, I go, she probably has a crush on you and all that. Because, you know, kids will do that. And, but then it got physical, you know, she started hitting on him. And then he kept coming home crying even more. We went to the teacher. We thought the teacher would do something, go to the principal. Nothing ever got done. You know, all my daughter got was a runaround, and we never had the meeting that they were supposed to have. And by that time, school was ending already. It didn't even matter anymore. You know, we just had to comfort him and tell him, you know, just stay away from her as much as you can. You know, and I mean, but it hurts us that you know that we can't do anything with it. We felt like our hands are tied. You know, me being a father or a grandfather and being old school on top of that, you know, it's like your first thought is like, yo, I'm going to go there and, you know, knock down the principal's door and say what's going on here, you know. But of course, you know, my daughter wouldn't let me do that. And I would have never done that anyways. But, you know, you want to get answers.
Right.
Sometimes you got to be a little tough yourself to get those answers. You know, of course, and my daughter, you know, I mean, you know, they're more soft. They don't like, you know, the conflict.
Right.
So how do you handle that? Now, you know, and it's funny because now that you say that, now we have our youngest grandson, which is his brother. You know, he's spectrum, and he's going to start school now. You know, and we're worried about they're going to pick on him. You know, what are you going to do now? I mean, you know,
Mhm.
that's one of our biggest worriments right now is now that when he starts now in August. Wow, you know, just if we even hear that someone's picking on him, I don't know what we're going to do.
Yeah,
What do we do?
yeah,
Especially
that's
when
tough.
we already felt to deaf ears with the teacher and a principal.
Right. Yeah, that's just so tough. And I ain't got no decisive answer, but what I can say, it's a good job on you guys' behalf because they feel safe to come in and telling you like what's going on. You know, I
Yes.
think what you can do as a parent and as a grandparent is just continue to connect with the child. Just let them know like you here with them, like you understand them, like you feeling what they're saying, and just let them know that okay, like when someone bullies another person, it says something more about them than actually you, and that's never okay. Like I guess I don't know in the aspect of how you could defend yourself when someone's hitting you without you hitting someone back, especially because if he goes to hitting girl, like they're
You're
probably gonna kick him
right.
out, you know. So that's just so complex. But all I can
It
say
is
is just
complex, especially when it's a
continue to
female.
connect with the child. Yeah, just
Right.
continue
You
to
know,
connect with the child.
Yeah.
you know,
See, you're old school like me because I'm coming to the school.
oh yeah.
I'm coming to the school. I'm coming on two
Yeah.
wheels. My son knows. He already know.
No,
Sister, you know listen, even at the I mean, we jumping fences. As mothers, we're jumping fences. We don't care. We're
no,
going all out.
exactly
But
how I felt.
yeah. So Alan, if you can, we're gonna jump into the rest of the show. So go ahead and just leave the audience with something really nice.
Yeah. Well, I'm about to go see my kids, put them down tonight. But I'm not gonna leave you with is, man. You know, just each one of us continue to be great leaders. You know, for our community, whether it could be at work, at home, you know, in your family, whatever. You know, just continue to be great leaders and show empathy. You know, of course, even if someone's struggling around us, you know, just continue to pick them up. You know, I know at times it can be a burden. You know, but we are here to serve others. You know, so continue to work on your leadership roles, and that comes down to like you self-reflecting and each and every day you're just trying to be a better person in each phase of your life, and down the line it'll show up, and you will see the progress in what you're doing.
All right.
Thank
Well,
you,
thank you so
Alan.
Thanks, Alan.
much.
Okay.
Thanks,
All right,
Hey, you have a
Alan.
great season
Thank
this
you,
year,
Alan.
man.
all
Stay
right, y'all have a
healthy.
good night.
Thanks.
All right. Thanks, Champ. Give my grandbaby some love. I love you. All right. All right. So hearing that, let me go ahead and fix the banner here so we can see the beautiful Sissy Sandra Perryman. But I want to hear from the Dirty Bird really quick. What I want to ask you is hearing everything that you heard, what stuck out to you the most?
Well, one thing that stuck out to me the most is having a safe place. And one thing I wanted to let you guys know about, I touched on it a little bit last week, when it comes to adults that's being bullied.
Mm-hmm.
In Atlanta, and for the teams that's coming to Atlanta, the Chiefs, the Chargers, you know, those are the only ones I know that's on here or in Jacksonville for the preseason. You all will see. I'm a part of a section. It's called the Dirty Bird Nest, and it was created 4 years ago. And what it is it's a section of all general admission seats. So we pay one fee. The earlier you get there, the better seats you get. We march in a parade, which Bully the Bull is going to be a part of. But the main thing about that section, by everything being general admission, all the seats, the visiting team comes out the tunnel right up under our section. The bullying part comes sometimes when people try to save seats. That's a rule within the Dirty Bird. You can't save seats. So you can't put a bag in a chair in a seat, a jacket in a seat saying somebody's sitting there. It's first come, first serve. Now in the Dirty Bird Nest, we have 30 captains with a different number of team members. So our safe place is when someone is having an issue, they have a captain to go to let them know what's going on. That's the first step. The captain relayed to our leaders, which is great. Ardelia and Kayla, they're the ones that keep us that the captains report to. And with that being said, the safe place is being to have someone that you know that you can go to who represents your team and represents as a captain and like I said, yeah, it's 30 captains, and each one of us have about 30 members on each team. But the Dirty Bird Nest holds about 800 people, 8 to 900 people. So our big thing is when you know, people trying to save seats. That's one of the big things. And we worked on it. We had a summit yesterday, and a lot of information was given out to us that we passed on to our teams. Like when the visitors come, we're not gonna mock them. We're gonna be home, you know, try to do home field advantage, but we're not gonna be there's no cursing, things like that, trying to belittle the visitors. But something like, say for instance, like for Kansas City, and for like when you come to town for Kansas City, and you know Taylor Swift, they tried to do the swag surf. We're gonna show Kansas City how to do the real swag surf. We're not gonna mark y'all. We're not gonna mark you. But when you see us swag surf, you're gonna say, "Oh, that's how you swag surf."
Hey,
So,
Eric,
yes.
challenge accepted, hun. Challenge.
She said, I got this.
I see your 800, and I'll bring you a little over 1,000.
But that's about it. That topic about having a safe place. We just try to make sure our fans have a safe place. And then within the Dirty Bird Nest, is only Atlanta Falcon fans can sit in Dirty Bird Nest. You can't wear another team color or jersey in the Dirty Bird Nest. And we did that because we wanted all real Falcons fans to sit among each other and not have to go through the harassment, of being around the other teams talking trash just in case we're losing.
Well, see, that's not fair because see, us mothers, we have to sit amongst all of that, okay? We don't get that section, you know. But
I'm just glad their color's red. It
So-
doesn't bother me any.
But we have different themes. We have different themes, different games. We have different colors, but we all coordinated. Everything is coordinated. So when you come to town, you will definitely know our section.
Oh,
I'll be in bright yellow anyways, Eric. I always
Yeah.
do my way in bright yellow.
oh my God, we have some trash talking here.
Yeah.
Whoa. Do you have any questions for anyone?
I have a quick question to everybody here. And this is what I mean by, and I apologize, I'm a question asker because this is a journey for me to learn as well. And I am learning a lot through this. We are in and entering even more of a very political climate right here. Talk about bullying going on. It is incredulous is the only word that comes to mind. I'm curious how all of you are handling this. I'll start with me personally. I am needing to really ground myself time and time again to keep telling myself not to engage, do not engage, do not engage. Not everything requires a comment or a response. Do not engage. It is extremely tough. I feel myself wanting to be so protective and a lot because of really the atmosphere of this particular election. It is a woman. It is a Black woman. It is so many things. And I'm really finding myself being extremely protective of particular things being said. So I am curious, how are you guys handling this? How are you talking to your children about this?
Well, I can say how I go at it is if I say something, what is it going to change? I don't have, and I hate to be so, no, I'm just going to be I don't have a heaven or hell to put anybody in.
Say that. Say that.
So my thing is, if I can't change it, why say it?
Exactly.
That's just how I look at it. I really don't get into the political thing. I try to stay as far as from it. I do see some things, and yeah, my fingers do kind of itch. I'm not going to say that it don't. However, I have to ask myself, what is it going to change by you saying something? We have to be the change. We could talk about it amongst each other all day and all night, but what are you doing about it? You see, if my voice can't make a difference, I mean, if it don't change anything, because that woman's still going to be in that seat for now. She's still going to have to do whatever it is she has to do. Whoever in that seat, God is my president and will always be my president. So anybody else can take the floor.
So I don't engage in political conversations, just as a rule. In my career, has been a social worker, so I don't mix the two. I am involved with Black Women Love Football, and so I take the stance for women. And at this point, women are under attack. So I encourage women daily to take care of themselves. I support. My phone rang at 4:30 this morning because women were being attacked. I'm extremely exhausted right now. So I woke up defending women. I defended women yesterday because a woman was under attack because of her sexuality. So I support women all day long. I don't take political stance. Whatever happens is going to happen. Yeah. I have a strong faith base. So I believe that, in visionaries, and that a visionary, has to be fed and it comes from the head. And that's just that. And, I just don't have political conversations. I just encourage women at this point to take care of themselves. And I just try to do that. I just can't get off into that. I just got bigger battles to fight right now than argue with.
Well,
Yes, ma'am.
well, the thing is that everybody's entitled to their own opinion,
Right.
and so everybody's entitled to like who they like. So the way you handle that is you just don't engage, because I've seen a lot of people that are very, very good friends that lose that during the political season, who are of different races, just because of what they believe in. But everybody's entitled to their opinion, and everybody's entitled to believe what they believe. But you don't have to engage. And if you stay away from engaging, I think most of that will be fine. Like, just because you think it don't mean you have to say it,
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
And I tell you, you see a lot of the bullying today because of this political stuff.
Absolutely.
People are bullying each other because they go for this side and they're going for that side.
But it goes back to you're entitled to like who you like and vote for who you vote for. It's your vote. So
but it's funny because
and if you keep who you voting for to yourself, then we won't have it.
Matter so much today. Why? Between these two guys,
yeah,
it means so much to people today. I just don't understand that.
I think that has to do with the social media aspect.
I don't care who's in the seat.
Yes,
I'm going to respect that person.
Yes. Yes.
Honestly, I think it has to do with social media. We're all up in each other's business. People posted on Front Street, so to speak. And back in the day, it was that, we didn't discuss all that out with each other in a way that argued with each other. I mean, I remember my mom saying, look, when you're at a gathering, you're not talking politics, you're not talking religion, you're not talking, X, Y, Z. And we just didn't do it. And now, not only do people have signs in their yard, they've got their Facebook lit up with whoever they're supporting. And I challenge anyone to figure out who I'm supporting by my Facebook, because I guarantee you I'm not supporting either one of them on my Facebook. I'm not putting it out there because that's not important to me to tell you who I'm supporting. That shouldn't influence who you support. So, like Nikki said, you have the right to your own opinion. And if somebody's trying to engage me with it, I say, well, you have the right to that opinion, and I walk away.
Exactly. Right. And that's how you do that. And then the other part of it is just don't talk about it at all.
At all.
There you go.
I won't even bring that up.
The one thing I'm going to talk about is not religion, but I'm going to talk about my God. I'm going to talk about my Jesus, and I'm definitely going to do that. I'm definitely going to tell the goodness of him and how he's been so good and being so good. I'm going to even tell you my deepest, darkest days, because that's one of the things in Front Street on social media. Like Alan said, we put out the good. We put out the good, right? And here it is. The media put out what? The bad. We don't show you our bad days. When we get on social media, we showing you what Oh, I'm having the time of my life. But then when I get off,
Mhm.
I want to drown my pillow at night.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see this, this facade, but here it is. You see out, the outer appearance, but
Hmm.
you don't know what's going on in the inside. A person
Mhm.
could dress that thing up like I could put my little dolphin hat on. Okay, I don't know what's the name of her today, but this a wig. So I named it wigs. But I could do all that. I could put my matte makeup on. But I tell you what, there were days, Melissa, where I didn't even want to get up to shower. There were
That's
days
right.
I didn't want to get up out my bed. There were
Yeah.
days where I just
Mhm.
didn't want to. I didn't have the strength to do anything.
Right.
A person could look at the outside, and I'm gonna tell you this is what gets me because if you just say your birthday roll around, right?
Mhm.
And people will tell you, oh well, I don't know what to buy you because you got everything.
Uh,
You're looking at that's
Yeah.
not fair because you don't know what somebody's going through in the inside. And I
Yes.
watched this thing the other night, and this young lady was talking, and they told everybody who's thinking of contemplating suicide, if you only saw the amount of people that stood up,
mhm.
how many people are we
Mhm.
around every day that's
People tell
fighting?
me all the time, Erica. They be like, "Oh, you be here, you be there." I say, "Child, y'all don't understand." I be trying to keep them falling on my face.
I'm telling you.
I keep going because if I
Ooh,
Yeah.
stop, it's over.
Yeah.
that's the thing. We know what the media is telling us about these two people.
Hmm.
Have we sat down and have a conversation with any of them?
Okay.
Oh,
Right. Exactly. Mhm.
it's telling us. You see?
Exactly.
So why
Mhm.
have these conversations? I just saw some balloons. I got some balloons for
I
somebody.
don't know why you had the balloons,
You
but it was
did.
cool.
You did it.
We didn't
I
get
think
balloons,
you
but
nailed
what's
it,
up?
Where did those balloons come from?
Some hearts. I know how to do the hearts. I can give you love.
There it is.
But that's the thing that's needed, especially with so much bullying that's going on. So much,
Mhm.
excuse me. So sorry, my allergies still, but so much things going on in the world today. And here it is, we can walk past people and not even give them a simple hello.
Amen.
Why is that?
That's the
No,
craziest
very
part about
true.
social media. You will see somebody in public that won't speak to you, but'll be on your. I'm like, I don't understand that.
But not
But
It's
that's
only
so
that,
true.
surprising to me how many
That's
people
so
don't know
true.
their neighbors these days. I
I
mean,
Oh,
was
yeah.
they've
what?
lived there 10 years and they don't know their neighbors.
Yeah.
Very true.
Well, I
I'm
can
just one.
say,
I've got to know my neighbors, and if I don't know you, rest assured you're going to know me. So
Yeah,
that's just
Catherine,
how
we
we
know.
live here now. But it is shocking to me.
yeah.
I worked at a job for 4 years, never actually met in person one employee, not one coworker in 4 years. So COVID, this
Wow.
remote working, this social media, it is crazy to me how much it really has divided us. And that's what's scary to me and why I really was interested how people are handling this. I have a little bit of take in for my own personal journey and ways, but I am shocked at the vile words that I see against all of the candidates. It is not partial to one. And
Yeah.
all that I keep thinking is if this is an adult typing this out on a keyboard, what are
Yep.
they doing at home in front of their children?
Yes.
How is this going to
Yes.
replicate into the school with
Yes.
my children? Are these young boys in third grade going to start saying how these young girls are this and that because that's what they're hearing mommy and daddy say? Are they going to say that
True.
these
Wow.
men are this and that because that's what they're hearing the other side say? That's what's scary right now to me, incredibly scary.
But it goes back to, I just think since COVID, it was that was, I think I call COVID a spirit of division. And
Yeah.
the reason I
Mhm.
say that is think about not just what you're talking about with the political party. Think about when COVID came out. if you're getting vaccinated or you're not getting vaccinated. People are being bullied by not getting vaccinated.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Was I ever?
That was crazy how people were being bullied for not getting vaccinated or not getting vaccinated. But it's
or the
just
mask or no mask.
exactly.
Yeah, even that.
Exactly. So we just have so many different ways that we could tackle this thing. But guess what? We're going to talk about something so great, guys. We have tailgate and tea time in Duval. September 14th. And we want to see all of you guys in the building. It is going to be a night to remember. I thought I would have Bully on here, but I know he had to step out. However, y'all, it's going to be a dance contest. I'm ready. I'm a little stiff right now. Craig, I don't know about you. Don't be looking at the side, Craig. I'm waiting for you too. I'm waiting for you.
We got this. We got
this. Who said we got this?
We got this, Erica. We got this.
Nikki did.
They not ready. Craig looking to the side, but Craig, you got to get on that dance floor. No, it will be no seats. Nobody sitting down. No sitting down.
Sissy, we gonna make it a dance off, the AFC against the NFC.
Okay. That's gonna be the Browns against the Jags. That's what it's gonna be. Brown girl, come on, girl.
You gotta bring your A game. You gotta bring your A game because we ready.
I'll be with you, Louise. We'll sit on the side. We'll be security.
Craig gonna be the referee.
Well, I may have to.
I can handle that
with
part.
Greg on that one.
These lovely ladies are going to need some dance partners. Come on now.
I may have to.
What's going on? But I'm telling you, we're gonna have the time of our life. It is our second tailgate and tea time. We're going global with this thing, and we're partnering with Bully Global 32. All of the beautiful enhancing faces that you see here on tonight. Let me tell you, they're doing a thing in the community, guys. Bullying. Flag on the play. Y'all, we throw the flags, we blow the whistle, we do it all. We're going to turn those bullies into buddies. That is what needed, not just just for children, for adults as well. We have 32 ambassadors all over to make this come to pass. God is definitely doing the thing because bullying is at an all-time high right now. It wasn't talked about as much, but we're bringing it to the forefront. So you got to be in the building for this event in Duval. Yeah, I know I have on my. I had to switch it up, but y'all see behind me the Jaguar. So if you can, tickets will be going on sale for our early bird special as soon as we get off of here. It's only 30 tickets available, so get in where you fit in. 30 tickets available. Early bird special will only run for an hour. I'm telling you, there's a special gift that you would get if you purchase your ticket early. All right, guys. So I want each of you to tell me something that stood out to you tonight about this broadcast. Starting with you, Miss Nikki.
Basically, I was excited to see Alan. I hadn't seen him in a while, so I was excited to see him and just to hear him talk about being in the league, because now I have some information that I can take back to somebody that's very dear to me, and I think that'll help them along the way. So some of his experiences and what he said, I can now give that information to someone who is in his shoes now, that I think would be vital information that is needed for him.
Awesome. Okay. Come on, Craig.
Sorry, I have a horse of a dog who's making a lot of noise. I was trying to mute out. What I got for tonight, one, Alan spoke on it when he spoke on just more being an example instead of a lot of talk, and honestly, what we're doing together is that example we really don't have to spend so much time focusing on what we don't like to see and what we don't, because we have so much fun together, being together and making a change by just being kind towards each other, just camaraderie, just different uniforms, different everything, but we're together on a common cause and having a good time doing it, you know. And I think that I think when, you know, I have 5 children, and one of the things that I realized with them was the more I just sat back and just enjoyed them and not talk and just kind of be an example of just be kind in situations where you want to be right, but choose kindness first. I think that really helped. Here comes the horse again. Sorry, but I think that really I think that really helped me find inner peace, and also allowed my kids to be individuals, you know, and kind of just. I'm like the bumpers and bowling, you know, but they get to play the game, you know, per se. Wow. But really, what we're doing together is really what you know, what is needed, you know, for the children to see, for other adults to see, just us coming together. So that's what I take from tonight, just us coming together, us having a vision of just a better place, just a better experience wherever we go, is what I take from this. And I think it all really represents what Maurice wants for his legacy and the foundation, and his daughter's legacy as well.
Absolutely. Thank you so
Mhm.
much. Come
You're welcome.
on, Miss Melissa Jacoby, aka Bingo Bear.
Yeah, I really appreciate the opportunity to be here and learn from this and actually speak to this, because it's one of those things where it's just nice to see that other people are saying that they are going to control what they can control, and and standing up for people, but at the same time standing up for yourself and just making sure that you're accountable. I think that's the big takeaway from this, is to be accountable for yourself and your actions, and you can't account for anything else. So I think that's the big takeaway that I'm going to take with me on this one.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Lewis.
Well, all I have to say, Alan, I mean, I loved all his inputs and how he handles everything, and for being such a youngster too, you know, and having to deal with all that pressure, you know, being a pro player. And, you know, you got to deal with a lot of personalities when you're playing with a team too, you know.
Mhm.
But yeah, I really enjoyed listening to him tonight, and yeah, I'll take that with me. And everybody's inputs today was great. I mean, I learned a lot today from all of you guys and what you all had to say. So yeah, it was great. I enjoyed it all. Thank you.
You're so welcome, Mr. Dirty Bird.
Rise up, rise up. Hey, one thing I took away from this podcast, and I want you to let Alan know that it was great to hear him, and it was great to hear him describe how he handled his money. It's good to see a young guy like that be financially responsible. You know, up here in Atlanta, we're from the Make It Rain, Magic City, Lemon Pepper Wing of the world. So, you know, I'm glad to hear he's not out there popping bottles, spending $500 for a $30 bottle.
Yeah.
And just let him know it was good to hear him talk, and to see that he was so financially responsible with his money.
Yeah. Thank you so much. We're gonna say the 4-time champion. So let's come on and bring up the beautiful, the Browns, Miss Stacy Ferguson. I think she's froze. Stacy, can you hear us?
Now I can. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
We lost you there.
One of your takeaways from tonight.
A couple of things. I kept hearing accountability over and over, that we need to hold everyone accountable, as well as our selves, as well as giving our own self grace. Was the other word that I had, was grace amongst ourselves. And I'm just thankful to be able to be amongst all of us, and be working with someone that is visionary, with Bully Global, as well as with M.O.M.S. So those were my takeaways for this week.
Thank you so much. Sissy, what was your takeaway?
Be the person that you want others to see, because people do things that they see you do. So be that perfect role model, so
Yes.
that, when kids see what you're doing and hear what you're doing, that is something positive and not in the negative. Because we don't know what's going on at the home, but what they see on the outside will encourage them to do the right thing.
Absolutely. All right, Miss, 4-time Super Bowl. That's ending this year. That is ending this year. It will not be a fifth season.
Praise hallelujah.
Come on.
So what I learned of all of this is there will be a three-peat with the Chiefs. I'm just kidding. Number one, I learned we got 30 tickets that we can sell for a tailgate and tea time. Hope I got that right. That's my first thing I learned. Second, I honestly didn't realize the terminology of financial bullying. So thanks to Alan and you for bringing that. It was raining to me on that. I'm close to an NFL player and their family, and I'm realizing, Mama Sneed's always saying, thank you for your blessings and things, or thank you for offering. And I just never put the two and two together. I'm like, but that's what I should do. Like, I don't care who you are, the money or anything. Like, I'll pay my way. So now I understand that is a real thing that goes on. And I never made that connection. So I appreciate that. Lastly, I'd say I noticed beautiful people here, beautiful faces, beautiful personalities. And thank you once again, Erica, for allowing us this forum and this stage. And hopefully, even if we help one person out there, and you've helped me, so there's one person already. This is a good thing. So love to all and thanks to all. Love, peace, and Chiefs.
Erica, I wanted to just say to the panel, thank you guys. I know that you guys get sick of my emails, my text messages, the group. But thank you guys. I really appreciate each and every one of you that's on here. You actually stepped up and answered my call, and I can't thank you enough. And none of this would be possible without each and every one of you. So thank you. Thank you, Nikki.
Thank you, Nikki.
You've
been great.
Now.
Huh?
Why are we acting like we're ending the show?
We're not ending the show, but because I want you to tell these wonderful people about, I want you to go into detail, if you would, about this tailgate and tea time in Duval, because I've invited some people here that they need to get these tickets, and I need you to let them know what they're going to do.
See, that's the thing. You have to do the teaser. You do the teaser, and you land on them at the end, right? That's how you have to do that thing.
Yes.
But, and again, I truly, truly appreciate you all for taking time out of your busy schedule to be here with my sister and I, as we open up the floor to many different people. And now we have this great partnership with you all. So do know that this platform is open to you guys at any given time. You're more than welcome to come back at any given time. We want to hear from all 32 ambassadors, because again, we all carry special gifts. God has truly, truly blessed us all with some.
That's right. Exactly.
So if we put those gifts together, and Catherine, yes, if you touch one, you've done enough, because that one could go touch 10,000 and you've done your job. And that 10,000 could go touch 30,000, and the list goes on, but it still came from that one person. So don't look at numbers, guys. Please do not get caught up with numbers. Look at what a person, we could talk all day. We could say what we could do all day, but what are we really doing? What are we really doing? We're going to get out there in these schools, and it's NFL, wherever needed. Y'all going to see Bully Global 32 and Moms in the building. Okay. Sissy, do you have any questions before I go ahead and give out the information? Because Nikki is ready for this tailgate tea time.
Yes, I am.
No.
No? Oh, look at Shannon. Shannon said, I'm ready to pray. My girl don't be playing, y'all.
Okay.
She be on it. I may have to. What you say, Sissy? Should we open up more tickets? Because I think something is going. I don't know, Sissy. What you think?
This is what I
First
think.
50.
Go ahead. Go
What you
ahead, Sissy.
think?
I was gonna say, see how those 30 roll, and if they roll out, then
Maybe
bless
I'll
them with
open.
a few more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thing is, let me give y'all the tea. Let's go ahead and drop the tea on them, Sissy. We're gonna have a VIP section. So that's for the top tier sponsors. So what will happen in that VIP section? It will be roped up. Come on, Sissy, that's your part. I'll tell my part after you tell your part.
The VIP section will be exactly what it is, a VIP section. I mean, exquisite VIP section.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
A section, yes, a section that you don't want to give up.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
And
so
not
I
we're
won't
talking
give details.
VVIP. VVIP.
Huh?
The double V. VVIP.
Yes,
Hmm.
I
yes.
like that. And what will happen to
You'll have your I don't want to tell them, but I'll tell them you'll have your little own lounge area. But that's all I'm gonna give you.
Nice.
Is it
and
an extra?
what,
Is
and
it an
what
extra?
will happen is you will have dinner with the panelists and the ball players. So if you want to get in that VIP section, I don't know if y'all want to buy that general admission ticket, but hey, to each his own. But it's going down in the VIP section, y'all. I'm telling you.
Yes, yes.
That'll be nice. All right. And then we have, okay, what will transpire when you walk in, you would just be in total awe by the decor. That's number one. Then you're gonna take that walk on that beautiful red carpet. You're gonna stretch your black, all black, because that's the attire is all black. It is dressed to impress, guys. You're gonna stop on that red carpet. You're gonna take that picture with Alan Hearns and Bully the Bull. Okay, and then you will go take your seat. After you take your seat, the host, which is Miss Tanika Hughes, all the way from Jacksonville, Florida. She is a news anchor for Action News, Nikki, right? Action.
Actually, that's I think. Hmm.
She will enter the building, and then the panelists will enter the building. Once the panelists get on stage, we will open up the floor and we will let you guys know what it is to be a champion of the game. So you will have a surgeon, you will have an ex-pro cheerleader, you will have an NIL agent, you will have the two beautiful moms. Okay, you will have Alan as well. Who am I missing? Oh, mental health
Mental
and
health.
marriage counselor. So we will have different gifts that we're going to be displaying and sharing with you. Also, we open up the floor for Q&A. You can ask your questions. Please get your questions in. I see all of y'all got kind of quiet when Alan said y'all have questions. He said, don't ask me nothing when y'all get to Jacksonville. So we'll have a Q&A session, and then we have something so very special coming after that for Bully the Bull, for recognition of everything that he's doing and getting ready to do. So we will have something so great. And then after that, guess what? Intermission. So you will go and change down, and it is called what, Sissy?
Sneaking into the season, repping your team.
So you guys get to dress down and put on your gear. Now, Nikki said I had to wear the Jaguar.
Duval. That's not a question.
I'll be in my
Not a question.
okay.
You will be in Duval. You will act as accordingly.
All right.
Whoa, that ain't bullying.
So yeah, so we will be sticking into the season, and the shirts will be made by the beauty. Well, this is the thing. Moms will have shirts for sale there too, because what we're raising this money to take this to different cities. So Casey, if you want us up there, Melissa, if you want us up there, Lewis,
Well,
hey, Eric, we have to get it done because I'm here in the A with you. This thing.
Yeah.
Let's make it happen.
All right, yeah, so we got to get it going. You know, we done did Miami, which is my hometown, and you heard what Alan said. It was phenomenal.
Hmm.
We want to set the bar even higher in Duval. We want to set the city on fire, y'all. It's some great things and some great people that's going to be in the building, so you do not want to miss this event. So the tickets will be on sale. Guess where you have to go and find them. So if you're not my Facebook friend or following me on Facebook, that's where the link will be to be able to purchase your tickets. Of course, you can copy and paste, but I will definitely tag everybody that's here. Only person I don't think I have is Melissa and Craig. Eric, you either. I don't have you on my Facebook.
I'll request you today after this call.
Okay, so we're gonna see how that 30 go. And guys, get the tickets. I'm telling you, it's going to be phenomenal. So tell a friend to tell a friend to tell their mama, sister, brother, cousin, uncle to be in the building. It's gonna be amazing. So if you guys have any last things that you want to leave with our audience on today, because we always like to leave a word of encouragement. Let me tell y'all something. Here's a city ringmaster. Shout out to everyone on the panel. Thank you so very much. I went and rewatched the show, and he was all in the comments last segment. So again, thank you, not just to the Kansas City Ringmasters, but to each and every one of you who took time out your busy schedules to listen to us here tonight. I'm telling you, y'all not ready for what's about to take place. Ears have not heard, eyes have not seen. Y'all watch God work. I'm telling you. So let's go ahead and leave the audience with something a little kind tonight. Starting with you, Nikki. Well, I have to say before you start, I don't want you to say anything without putting back on those shades, because baby, you had.
Oh,
Get right, Nikki. Get right.
Excuse me. Okay. Y'all ready?
Yes, be ready.
Y'all ready? Okay. Y'all ready? Be the best version of you that you can be, and keep God first, and everything else will fall into place.
Yes. Come on, Craig.
Okay. I would say dare to dream of a community that you would be proud to live in, and dream about that now. Don't wait, because waiting for it to happen, it never happens. You have to have a vision of it now. So let's start now.
Absolutely. Come on, Melissa.
I would have to say, don't let anybody steal your joy, and don't do anything to steal anybody else's joy. That's all you can control is you, and do it.
That's it. Come on, Louis.
Hey, Isaac, I always tell everybody on my Facebook every morning, man, put a smile on everybody's face, enjoy your day, and don't let anyone ruin it, because it ain't worth it.
Agreed.
Absolutely. Come on, Eric.
Always lead by example, create your path, and lead the way.
That's it. Come on, Miss Casey.
Positive notions bring positive motions.
Right.
Keep it positive.
Nice.
I like it, girl.
All right. Come on, Sissy.
Oh, I'm sorry. You'll never reach higher ground if you're always pushing others down.
Ooh, I like it.
Hold on. Wait, y'all. Hold on. I got something for that. I got something. Hold on. Flag on the plate. Flag on the plate. Hold on. I had to blow the whistle on that one. That was good. That was
Yes.
good.
Say that again. Say that again. Say that
You'll
again.
never reach higher ground if you're always pushing others down.
Don't make me play that flag again.
Okay.
Listen, y'all.
Hey, Melissa, you and I need to reach out to Raj. He's going to need to reschedule our games so we can go down to Jacksonville.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
You guys need to. You ladies need to be.
I'm not liking this.
I'm not either. We're going to miss out on a really good time.
Well, you know what? So then that's when you go ahead and get your schedule so we can come there.
Hey, I have a
Exactly.
schedule.
Exactly.
Well, you're coming here anyways, Nikki, the week before, but
Well, Nikki,
Yeah.
I mean, that's not fair, Casey.
no, we have to have 2 back-to-back home games.
I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. But I would say what Alan said: never let anyone write your story. Never let anyone hold that pen to your chapter. I'm telling you, write your own story. Y'all, we're gonna have a good time. Please gonna miss it, Miss Casey and Melissa. I just don't. I feel bad.
You should
Yeah,
feel
we don't.
glad that you're gonna come up to the next one. We're gonna make sure you're up here.
All right, let me give
Yeah.
you some love for that. Oh,
Erica, we know Moms and Bully Global is going to Cleveland. We'll just have to add Kansas at some point, right?
You just need to hop on
Yeah.
over.
I
Yep.
told you we already requested to be in Tennessee in December.
Yep.
So hey, get those days to go. So if
There
you
you
want to
go.
see Bully Global in your schools, please do tell Craig, how one can get in contact with you all.
You can contact Nikki, but we will have the site up where you can. We're going to have the events posted once we get the calendar sorted, and we'll have sections for the ambassadors and also sections for just the general fans that donate to the cause. But yeah, right now the best way is to contact Nikki. She's the oracle of this thing. She's the one that's making it all happen. So we're kind of just following her lead.
Thank you.
All right. And y'all see me as cool. Nikki ain't. Let me see. When Nikki sent me her pictures for the first show, I'm like, okay, you talk about elevation? Dress like that, but at the end of the day, I'm telling you, super fans, you guys rock. Continue to do what you're doing. I'm telling you, a lot of people is watching. Maybe they're not seeing anything, but a lot of people is watching. Continue to do everything that you set out to do and never let the outside noise get in. Continue to keep your eyes on the prize, which is God, and not
Yes.
people.
Amen.
That's the
Yes.
thing. I agree with y'all. I ain't gonna preach on the day. I ain't gonna even pray because y'all know what they be inviting. Nikki be inviting me to the meetings and not Erica.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I
I don't
mean,
like I'm
you
telling
do
you,
it so good. None of us want to step up to do those prayers.
No.
You sing it right, girl.
that's not right. Well, thank you so much, everyone. Give me some time when I get off of here. What I'm going to do, I'm not going to put it on Facebook right away. I'm going to make sure I get in contact with who you see on this screen to make sure they have the link to share. And then once we have the goal, everybody will be able to put it up on their Facebook page. So everyone will have this link. Do not move faster than me, Nikki, because I know you guys can do that. So listen, we're so ready for you guys to see you guys in the building. I need that link because I'm so see.
I know that's Shannon, isn't it? Isn't that Shannon? I know it's
You
Shannon.
know it. You know it.
She ready because she missed the
Yes,
one in
our
Miami.
love prayers,
She has got
community,
them fast
unity,
fingers
peace,
going.
love, and joy. Yes, absolutely, Vincent. Absolutely. Is this one of the Casey fans too?
Yeah.
Probably.
All right.
She said
I'm gonna
she
be nice.
turns 1,000 strong, man. She can bring them all in.
And I'm a witness to that. I'm a witness. It was more than 1,000 in Jacksonville. Like this
Ooh.
lady bought so many. I mean, yeah.
The Red Friday event was amazing. We're about ready to
Oh
do
my
it.
God. That's okay. I stood tall in that Red Friday event. Didn't I?
I loved it. I
Yeah.
loved every minute. And Eric has said he's going to join me in Atlanta, so I hope he shows for our Red Friday event as well. So it's fun. It's really honestly fun. I love it. Good time.
And see, that's what it's all about. And again, my sister and I, we're so honored to have you guys because we get to see what it's like for the fans and super fans at that.
Yeah.
We're behind, the NFL mom side of it. So, but I got to talk about, I can't remember who's talked about Lewis. When you talk about your old school, Sissy and I could tell you some things, y'all, but we ain't gonna discuss it here. But yeah, when it comes to our babies, we can get a little beside ourselves, but we won't get 8632. And Melissa, since you're new here, we're going to tell you what 8632 is really quick before we go. Come on, Sissy.
Well, 8632 is don't be bullied out the stadium. Refrain yourself from any activity with the fans that'll cause you to get 8632 out of all stadiums, 32 stadiums. So we don't want you to get 8632.
So we leave that with y'all fans, y'all super fans.
That includes your own stadium. Just don't go there.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
But that's the beauty of the super fan, that we're a fan of fans, fan unity, all fans united. And that's what we're pushing to, so we can eradicate all of the foolishness from the stadiums as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Some of the stuff that we see when we're at this game, it's just mind blowing. And we also, really quick, Eric, thanks for the invite. Thank you, Carolyn, for coming on. We saw sometimes when their team lose, these people were slamming their televisions. They were burning their jerseys. They just went up. It was just so
Crazy.
funny to see that, because hey, you're gonna have some good days, you're gonna have some bad days. Yeah. That's just it. 8632.
That's true. That is true.
So that's it. Win or lose, that's okay. And let me tell you, I'm gonna leave you guys with this. It's not about what your team did last year. You got to bring it this year.
Yes, that's right. Because it's all about Duval. We coming.
I'm supporting two teams this year. I mean, always Kansas City first, but Nikki's
Don't
gonna
you do
hate
it.
this.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Don't you even say it. Don't you even.
Gotta tighten up a little bit. Gotta tighten up. I'm sorry, Nikki.
Whatever. That's our rival, the Titans, honey. I forgive you though, because I know that you and Mama Sneed, y'all, and Derek, y'all have that. I'll let it go. I'll let it go this time. Yeah, that's the only reason.
I just need teams outside of the AFC, please, because all you guys are competitors.
Listen, my cousin and I have a cousin who's a Titans fan, so I have just a little bit of love for them, just because of my cousin Dre, just a little.
Well, that's okay. And the thing here is, I said it's not what you did last year. It's not even what you do last game. You
yes.
A game every game.
Any given what? Sunday, Monday, or Thursday? Yes.
That's right.
And Saturday in postseason.
That being said, Erica, I would love to extend the invitation for the AFC playoff game that is bound to be played here in KC. So
I think you meant Cincinnati.
No, she'll be back in Duval. Trust me.
I'm just saying, keep that date open.
What's you thinking?
Yeah, I'm sure glad we're in the NFC.
All right, guys, let's get these tickets sold. I'm telling you guys, you definitely want to be in the building September 14th. It is going to be amazing. However, it will not be live, KC and Melissa, but you can catch the replay. It will. What will happen is we will show a clipping from the event. Everybody will come back. A couple of us who want to come back, will come back, and we will talk about the time that we had, and we will show a little clipping of the whole entire thing. Telling y'all, you don't want to miss it. Yeah. I'm so sorry, ladies, but just get us into your city. We
will. Hey, Melissa, just come to Kansas City for the game. You and I'll have our own little VVIPP area.
There we go. Hey, help me get a ticket, girl. We got it.
All right. So thank you guys again. We have one last. Sissy, can you read this?
Okay, let me. None of us can control what happens on the field. We should just try to make it a great experience for all of the fans that show up to the game.
That's right.
Amen. I agree. That's right, Shannon. The Jaguars are taking it over this year all the way. That's right, Shannon. Tell them. Let them know.
www.visitkc.com. I love it. I was
going to say she had her weave a little too tight saying that.
we need Catherine to get the tailgate and tea time for KC.
No, I
She
know.
can do it. If
Yeah.
anybody can do it, that Catherine, oh, I love it. I love her.
Oh, I love you.
She's
Kind
a go getter. Listen, she does all these tickets so well. Do you know what her nickname is? Tit Cat. For Catherine, Tit Cat Master. I'm so serious.
It is. That really is one of my nicknames,
Master.
Cat, and so a friend did a twist on it, and now it's Cat Master.
Yeah, she's the Tit Cat Master for any game, but she's gonna turn any stadium they go to. There is gonna be a sea of red there. No doubt.
I'll give you a call, Tit Cat Master.
I got some cats. You go out.
I got some
KC.
if I can get you.
For sure, for sure.
Definitely. We would love to come to KC. We have Sissy, we have our youth sister or son that's there. Dion Bush is there in KC. But we would love to get into your city, wherever you are. If you feel the need to bring tailgate and tea time to your city, please do let us know. They say, and she has bus.
Yeah, and she has a KC bus. Yes. She has her own bus. She really does. And they drove it all the way across the country. How many ladies?
What was that?
How many ladies was on that trip?
On the trip to Minden?
Yes.
The parade?
No, the trip when you drove the bus to his parade.
Oh yeah, so we went to JJ's parade. There was 15 of us total, I think, on there. Yeah.
Wow.
And they all took turns driving across the country.
All ladies.
Oh my God. Wow.
And she's still smiling about it, so it must have been a good time.
It was. Wow. No, I enjoy these moments. Look, I am blessed. I am beyond blessed, and it's kind of my way to. It's our family's way of giving back a lot.
Exactly.
Paying life forward every mile of the way. Yep, for sure.
That is so awesome. So again, guys, save the date. Here you go. Duval. And tea time.
Yeah, what they said.
Huh?
Yeah, what you guys said.
This is our time for this.
It hurts to say that one. Hold on, I'll try it.
Y'all are back.
I love y'all. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let's go ahead and send them out some virtual hugs. Oh my God. And some virtual love. Because guys, we love you here and it had to happen. Also, I do have shows that I open the floor up to on Wednesdays and Thursdays. So if you had an it that transpired in your life, I want you to know that your it happened to you, but it happened for you to share with others. And again, I would love to have you here. You could go to my website and book at www.ericawilson.h2h.com. I am booked for the entire month of August. I have amazing things that's coming up. Mondays is our NFL Mom Show. Tuesday is our prayer broadcast. And then Wednesdays and Thursdays, I open up the floor to different guests. It is some phenomenal people coming on. And these stories, I'm telling you, when you just sit and begin to talk with someone else, you see that what you're dealing with, you need not to really complain. So I pray that God blesses you all. Continue to keep putting your best foot forward. And I look forward for you guys to coming back and seeing you in Duval, September 14th. So God bless each and every one of you. Until next time, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh.
Duval.
Oh, you didn't have it in the oven?